Okay, so let's earn some marks in our pocket on our GCSE maths papers, and this is solving simultaneous equations graphically. Sometimes you do get asked this, and you use the graph to solve your equation, this simultaneous equation, and you just need to use the graph. Do not do it using algebra. Sometimes they would ask the question where you have to plot the graphs, and if you can do that, that's easy. Now, just in case they give you a graph not in the form of y equals mx plus c like here, rearrange it to a form you know, and then you should be able to plot that. And then if you just plot it by substitution, just use 3 or 4 values is fine. Now that's one graph, that's the second one, and you can see the answer is the coordinate is 7, 6, and that's your example done, nice and easy. And that's the solution, you just write that down. So here we go. Let's have another example too. So rearrange that. Now they could ask you even what's the gradient of these graphs. So the gradient is m. M stands for gradient. So you can see here the gradient of this one is 2, and the gradient here there's no number, so it's -1. So let's just plot those points down using substitution. And I'm going to give you a calculator trick later on, so do stay watching this video so that you can do all types of graphs and get full marks on that using your calculator, because they do appear in the calculator paper quite a lot. Now can you see where they meet? That's where they equal, and that will be the answer to this. So that's the answer, x equals 3, y equals 7. Very straightforward. And when you solve simultaneous equations algebraically, this is essentially what you're doing, but without a graph. So here we go, one more final example. Just rearrange it into a way we like. So this is m is here, is 1, and the gradient here is -2, so it's going downhill. And remember, the c is a y-intercept, so it's where it crosses the y-axis. So you can see that this, I'm doing y equals x plus 3 right now. Let's draw a straight line. Let's do the other one, and you can see it goes through +6. So if they ever ask you what's the y-intercept in the question, you could got an easy 1 mark there as well. Where do they meet? 1, 4. I think you've got it. Those are the solutions. Here's some questions for you to try. Pause the video, see if you can answer it. And I'm going to give you the answers now, and after this we're going to do some exam questions so you know what it looks like and how they can ask it in different ways. You can see that -2, -4, that's that graph there. If you got these right, well done. And there you go, now you've got easy 2 or 1 marks in your pocket straight away within a few minutes. And hopefully that improves your understanding of simultaneous equations when you solve it algebraically as well. So here we go, let's just get some marks in our pocket. Here's an example exam question. You can see the wording, it does say clearly, use the graphs to solve the simultaneous equations. So we use the graph, we can see it's this point here, where they equal each other. So you can see x, look at the scale, x equals 3 here, and y equals 2. Wow. That's just an easy 2 marks right there. Right, let's go try another one. Now this time, they've asked you to complete the table, use substitution or the calculator method. I want to show you this right now so you can double check you're correct. Now do make sure you can do this without a calculator, but sometimes this does appear on a calculator test, so I'm going to show you how to do graphs using a calculator. So you've got menu, because people do make mistakes. Go to table. So let's click in the number 3. And this is fx, that just means y. Just type in what the formula or equation is, I mean. So that's 2. Find the x, so 2. Alpha, the red key, x -1. Press equals. We ignore that, that's not a second one that we need to do. If you had a second one, do that. So let's start at -1, end at 4. Ooh, press equals, end at 4, and the graph is going up in 1, so that's fine. Press equals, so when x equals -1, y is -3 here. You can see when x equals 0, that's -1. When x equals 2, y equals 3. So when x equals, we need to scroll down. When x equals 3, y equals 5. See that? And x equals 4. This is just a 6 step, so look at the table. 4, y equals 7. So we can just fill that in, so you've made no substitution errors. Just plot those points in. Let's plot 1, 1. Be careful of the scale. Let's plot 2, 3. I always like to plot the y-intercept. Draw your straight line all across the page. Use a ruler. So we've done that part. Use your diagram to solve the simultaneous equation. Well, the first graph is y plus 2x equals 5. That's this one here. Y plus 2x equals 5. That's that one. We've just drawn the second one. Well, where does it equal? Here. So x equals 1.5 and y equals 2. That's an easy few marks, right? Nice. It doesn't say use the graph, but they're giving you the coordinates here, right? They're giving you the two graphs. But this you can't tell. So when you get a question like this, you set them equal to each other. Minus the smallest amount of x on both sides. So you get 2x minus 8 equals 3. You're going to plus the 8 plus the 8. So you got x equals 2x equals 11, and divide by 2, so we know x equals 5.5 here. And let's see, when we know x equals 5.5, just sub in here. So y equals 2 times 5.5, add 3, so y equals 14. And now you've answered a different type of simultaneous equation. Graphically, they've given you the graph, and then you just solve using a bit of algebra. Keep an eye out for another video to solve this algebraically, but I think we're good to go. That is in your pocket now.